Hey guys, it's City Mania. So, this is my review for I Love You. Now, first off, I want to say that the episode was awesome, and my favorite parts, I had more than one favorite part, was when Sam was at the train club and the very end. And and I'll talk about the end in a few minutes. But I'm going to talk about my favorite scenes in the episode. I loved Carly had this idea that Freddie and Sam, that since they didn't hang out over a weekend like normal couples would do, that they should try each other's hobbies. I agree that was a good idea, and it's not something that I regret her saying they should do, because that couples do need to have things in common, or do need to try their favorite things, to be a good couple. I loved when Sam went to Freddie's model train club, because I am a huge fan of trains. I love model trains. I have like 4 of them. So to me, I was just like one of those guys at the train thing, except minus the hat and the whistle. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm good just messing with the trains. Just love playing with trains. But anyways, and when Sam crashed those 2 trains together, I was so sad. I was mad and sad. I wasn't laughing like maybe some others were who thought that was funny. I mean, sure, it's Sam, but hey, that wasn't funny to me, because that's just I know I'm mad. I would have kicked Freddie out too. But anyways, I'm glad that he didn't blame Sam for that. He blamed Carly, because honestly, I do put blame on the train incident on Carly for that. Even though she wasn't the one holding the remote, causing it to happen. She did cause Sam to be at the train club. So, and then when Freddie and Sam went to the prison, and Freddie's got his butt packed with meat. Oh my god, that was amazing. That was so funny, because he was basically sitting on the meat, and the 2 prisoners like, if you don't treat her well, we'll stab you everywhere. And Freddie was like, oh, they're gonna kill me. And then he had to get the ham out, and he's just like, I can't get it out, and it was just so funny. The prisoners come around and hoist him up on the table. He's like, oh, prisoners in my pants, prisoners in my pants. And the guards come in and they take the 2 away to the solitary confinement. And they didn't get their ham, and just like, oh, I don't belong there. And Freddie's like, now they're gonna kill me, aren't they? And then they leave. Meanwhile, in this episode, Gibby's trying to train a duck, and Carly and Spencer have a babysitter, which Spencer sort of has a crush on. Anyways. And this babysitter turns out to be a mean woman. But anyways. So, what happens, I'm gonna get to basically the end part. Through the episode, Spencer and the babysitter had sort of been fighting, I guess. They were sort of like a couple, but they were fighting. And Carly sat down on the couch with them, and had a talk that they can't force themselves to be a couple if there's not enough things there to click. Now, what she didn't know is that Freddie and Sam were listening up on the stairs. And I think that those words, they knew they weren't talking about them. She wasn't talking about them, but they really hit them. They really sunk in. Now, I don't agree with them, because I still know that, I mean, we all heard it, that Freddie said, I love you, and Sam said, I love you back. I definitely don't think this is the end. But anyways, I'm going to talk about it. So they went up to the elevator, and they talked, and they sort of thought through some things. And they thought, and from what I could tell, they were thinking is, I want to be, it's like, a good relationship doesn't involve fighting all the time, and I agree with that. It doesn't involve it all the time. But I don't agree with them breaking up. I mean, I can understand the stress of it, maybe, and maybe where they would want to break up and not be together, just be friends. But it's hard to explain. I will say this. I am so happy for all the SETI that we've gotten, for this whole SETI arc. I'm not sad over it. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm happy that we've gotten all that we got, all the SETI kisses, ever since I Kiss aired in like 2009, all the way up till now. That's been a long time that SETI's had a chance in iCarly. And I love it. I don't regret any. I'm so glad we've had all we've had. So, but the one thing is that they did decide to break up, kind of. They went in the elevator as a couple, and I guess you could say this, that the door sort of opened as them being exes, maybe. But when Sam got out of the elevator, Freddie said that he loved her, and Sam said it back. And for two people to say those words to someone, to each other, it means something. It's not just that's not just a simple lovey-dovey romantic couple, teen couple, kids couple. That means something. And then for them to go back into the elevator and start kissing and the doors close, and they still got an hour till midnight. I mean, they're gonna break up after midnight. I definitely don't see the end of it for them. I mean, we may not see it anymore on the show, and I do hope that we figure out what will happen to them, because right now, many of us, in fact, I think all of us iCarly fans are wondering, well, are they broken up or not? And some saying that they are, and some are sad that they are, and some saying they're not. And honestly, it could go both ways. I mean, you could say that they are, and you could say that they're not. Really, the picture is sort of, it's confused, it didn't give us a clear answer. So, but I do see them being the kind of couple that would get into fights, maybe break it off for a while, and then get right back together. I can't see them not being a couple, okay? Because they fight, yes, and they have their differences and their hobbies are different, but they do love each other, and when it comes down to it, that's all that matters, is love. It doesn't matter if he's your soul, if the person you love is your soulmate, then you know that you're meant to be together, and nothing, and I mean nothing, will stop that. But I definitely don't, I'm unsure, I don't know if this is the end of SETI on the show, whether we'll see it again or not. But I definitely don't see the end of SETI in Sam and Freddie's life. I see it being down the road. Not right now. I mean, they've experienced it. And I think that they're gonna maybe be friends. But I definitely see them becoming one of those couples where they will get married to their high school sweethearts. And they will get married. And unfortunately, we won't see that on iCarly. That will only exist in our minds, in our fantasies, in our fan fiction that we write, in our SETI videos that we make, it will only exist in the World Wide Web. Which is great, because there's so many fans out there who love SETI and who love iCarly, and we can all enjoy this stuff together. So, for now, I'm going to say I love this episode. It was amazing, and it was great, and I have no regrets watching it. And I am a little down about the end where they said they broke up. But how it ended, I'm not down about. No, I loved that ending. It was sweet. It was romantic. It ended with a kiss. I mean, which SETI fan doesn't love that? But this episode, it's hard to explain. I mean, I loved it, but the fate of Sam and Freddie, my hopes are high for it. I don't think they're gonna stay broken up forever. Like, I don't think they really even broke up now. I mean, I don't. I'm just think I saw someone on Twitter tweet that they're probably one of those couples that will get into fights, make up, break up, break up, make up, and I kind of agree with that. I think that's what they are. I mean, because they love each other, so they can't really be apart. So, anyways, I want you guys to let me know what you thought of the episode, what you thought of the end, what was your favorite part, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you thought about Sam and Freddy's final scene. And I gotta say, Nathan and Jeanette portrayed that amazingly. It was so awesome. Dan, you did an awesome job directing it. That's great. And all the cast was great. And Gibby and Noah and Gibby and the duck that he tried to get on the web show, that was funny too. It was random, but it was funny. So that was pretty cool. So good job, Noah. And Jerry, too, and that girl too. That was great. So good job to everyone in this episode. I loved it and it was awesome. It deserves applause from me. And I know that many are wanting to know what I thought of this episode, so hopefully you'll watch this whole review and see what I think. Because I know that people were on tweet. I saw one person on Twitter who tweeted, "Now what?" and tweeted Dan Warp, iCarly, Steady Mania, and it's like, wow, now what? I don't know what's gonna happen now. Only Dan does. So, but I'm not mad at Dan about any of this. I had no angry thoughts toward him at all. And anyone, honestly, anyone who does say bad stuff to him about what happened with Seti tonight or what happened in the episode, you're immature. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Okay, it's a TV show, and it's just like all TV shows. I mean, they're fun and entertaining, and sure, there's this shipping stuff on the show which we love, but we can't let it become our controlling of our lives. So, yeah. I'm going to wrap it up, guys. And, again, just let me know your thoughts about the whole episode and Seti and everything. And in the infamous words of Sarcastic Leaves, rock on, Seti Warriors. Rock on. Bye, guys.